is Wednesday morning, and I wanted to open up the day by sharing this beautiful little card that my friend Anita sent me. She is awesome, and I'm going to put her channel below. It is such a cute little burro, and we have these that live out in the desert out here, so I just think they're the cutest little animals, and I just got such a thrill with getting this card. It's just so pretty, and so I told her it looks kind of retro, so I'm going to look for a little frame and put it up in my little office here. So I really, really love that. I just wanted to say thanks, Anita. Hey, good morning. It is Thursday morning, and I'm just checking in before I get going with this day. I have been doing a lot of thinking and where I'm at and where I've come from and where I'm going. And, I was looking through my fitness journal, and a real good reason to keep one of these is that you can go back in here and you can look at, I know when it is that I stopped going to the gym. I know what I was doing. You know what I mean? You can look at where you're at and where things have changed and stuff like that, and you can kind of gauge it. Now, we stopped going to the gym back in April. April was our last time. So May, June, and July, we really have not been going to the gym, although I have been working out little bits here at home, right? It just has not been at the intensity level that I was, prior. What's very interesting, now I did that kind of purposely, not really subconsciously, but purposely. I remember a time where I said this question in my mind, and I said, I've been going kind of strong for all this time. What if I pulled it back? What if I pulled the intensity back? What is that going to do to my body? Can I come down with the intensity and still maintain where I'm at? Because I didn't seem like I was getting the kind of results that I wanted where I was. So how's it going to hurt if I pull back? Okay, so I did do that then. I pulled back, and I just said, what, I'm just going to do so much. Now, what's happened, it's very interesting, is that I've been pretty much maintaining. In fact, I look, because in my fitness journal, I keep my weight as well, and I am at the exact same weight range. I want to say, give or take a pound, right, depending on the day, but just about the exact same that I was back then, right before I stopped going to the gym. I mean, the exact same weight. What has changed, though, very interesting to me, is that with the level of intensity changing of my exercise, is my body composition has changed. And I'm not happy with what it's beginning to look like, right? And for me, I feel like it's just kind of like changing the shape to look not as fit. I feel like I look a little different in my clothes. I just don't feel good in the way that things are going, So even though I'm at the same weight, it looks different to me, and I'm not happy with that. So I am going to be a little bit more in tune to introducing more, I don't want to say intensity, but more regular exercise, yes. But what I really pulled back from was the level of intensity that I was putting in weightlifting, right? And in muscle work, I want to say, because I don't want to weightlift, so to speak. Where I was at weightlifting was really keeping a certain bulk, right? And I don't want to look bulky. And so what I'm thinking I'm going to be doing is concentrating on more of a Pilates approach, so that it's still muscle work, but it tones to become more of a feminine look, right? And that's really what I want. So I'm still going to do weights, but I'm not going to do weights to the intensity that I was doing it prior. But I will replace that with muscle work. So I'm going to be checking around for a Pilates studio and seeing, what that price looks like, and, or should I just do it through videos, you know what I mean, or whatever. I'll try to figure that out. But so that's going to be something that's going to be changing with me. And then also, and I've spoken to my husband about this a couple times, the nutrition value in our diet, the nutritional approach has got to change, and it's got to be up a level. And I need him to know that that's what I'm going to be doing regardless, you know what I mean? So I would like for him to, he says he's on board, and I know that we both like to enjoy ourselves once in a while, but we've really come back from the nutritional level that I would like to be at, and so he's agreed as well. And so what is that going to translate in terms of what my channel's going to look like? I don't know at this point, but at this point I kind of feel like I've been, for the last few months, I've been floundering a bit on my focus, and that's not what I want. So at the same time, I don't like the idea of, okay, now I'm all keto. Okay, now I'm all this. Okay, now I'm all that. I don't really like that as well, because life has ebb and flows and it changes, and sometimes you got to change with it, right? And so I don't know what that's going to look like at this point. I do like Weight Watchers still. I think it's good for maintenance, but do really want to maintain right now. Not really want to maintain right now, but looking at, I think as far as like record keeping, it's really good for that. It's good on a lot of levels, right? But looking at the last year, over the last year that I was on Weight Watchers, I feel like, yes, I lost like 17 pounds that year, but most of that was lost when I started I was doing a little bit of keto, but a lot of intermittent fasting, right? And then I started Weight Watchers, and I would lose a few more, and then I started Simply Filling, and in the 2 months I did Simply Filling, I started seeing, again, keep it in the journal, and I can go back and look at it. I started seeing the weight creep up. Okay, then Freestyle started, and ever since Freestyle started, I've been, I want to say 2 to 5 pounds, up and down those 2 to 5 pounds ever since. And that was with high intensity exercise or with low intensity exercise, same thing. So that part of it is frustrated, but now I have the data to look at to see that this is the trend that was happening. So for me, Weight Watchers has really allowed me to find that equilibrium where I can still have the splurges but still maintain it in some sort of a system so that I don't actually gain. So that for that reason, it's been very interesting and good. But at this point in time, I feel like I need to, up everything. So I know I can do that while still doing Weight Watchers, but I don't want to, more than just dealing with focusing on points, is I want to deal with nutrition, right? I mean, there's some healthy bowls that you can eat where it just looks like, if you were to put the points in, it would look like crazy, right? But then again, it's very satisfying, and then you end up changing the rest of your day, right? And so you still can come in under points. But anyway, yeah, so worrying about calories and points and weight and everything can really add a lot of stress, you know what I mean? And so I'm trying to find that system that I can live with, because I'm 52 here. I don't want to actually start feeling older until like I'm in my 70s, right? And if even then, but I don't want to settle right now. I don't want to settle and say, okay, this is it right now, because I really want to enjoy my life. And our kids are young still, so I'm trying to find that. So what's that going to look like? I don't know, but I'm just letting you know everything that's in my head right now, and it's coming to the point where I'm like, okay, my husband said, you took some time off, and I'm a real advocate for taking time off, he says, which I know he is, but he's saying now you're feeling the call to get back to it, and don't feel bad about that. That's normal. You just want to be more disciplined. Yes, that's what I want to do. So on a side note, today is our 32nd anniversary, so I will leave you with a montage of photos of us throughout the years. And I'm just keeping you updated. This week is a little hard. We have company. I love this time that I'm spending with my niece, but our schedule is off, so everything is harder for me to stay on a regular type of routine. So come Saturday, it'll be much easier to focus again. So we're not celebrating our anniversary tonight. We'll be celebrating tomorrow night on Friday. So because my niece is going back in the afternoon, so we'll be having dinner alone tomorrow, my husband and I. So anyway, I'm going to let you go right now, and I will see you the next time. Love you guys. See you later. Bye.